joined by Tavleen Singh, veteran journalist and commentator. We're also joined by PKD Nambiar, a political analyst. We're joined by Balwinder Kaur, one of the women farmers who has been lending her support to these protests. We're also joined by Dilip Cherian, who is, of course, an analyst and a brand guru. And I can see Gurnam Singh. Gurnam Singh is with us. He's with the Samyukt Kisan Morcha. Sat Sri Akal ji, and aapka swagat hai. Uh, in a sense, the hard side of the state, even taking a Disha Ravi into custody in the context of these cases, reacting very in a prickly way to sort of international criticism. She's out on bail now. The fact is that this has not done the image of the government any good, at least outside India. And at a time when that image could have really been solidified, when I look at the other international story, which is India sending all these vaccines to the region and beyond. This is an unnecessary controversy, Mr. Nambiar.
Barka, very precisely what your question has got all the answers. See, at the domestic front, after the 100 days, if you really look back from the farmers' protest, the domestic front, it is not getting any more the same steam, or it is even the journalists like you are not giving the daily importance what it has been given by the media in the initial phase of this protest. I am not against any kind of a protest. I am coming from a village in Kerala and I am a farmer. In fact, last week, my mother लगभग 200-300 kg क्या कहते हैं ब्लैक पेपर बेचने के लिए कितनी दुकानदारों से बात किया और उसके बाद जाके बेचा है. मुझे पता है कि जो फार्मिंग क्या होता है. But problem is that it is not about just a farmer protest right now anymore. Why it is getting a large amount of global recognition for this protest? That itself is a question which we all need to address and answer to ourselves. Forget about anything else. It is the farmers' protest is getting so much. If you really calculate this one by one series by anti-CAA protest, a large number of violence which is taking place in the various parts of the country, even in Karnataka where there was never been a protest at the factories happening. Suddenly there is an extreme position which is happening on the farm protest. So one by one, if you really look at it, and there is 2-3 days back, there is a freedom organization from the US is downgrading our democratic value and etc. Why don't you correlate this and understand there is international forces are working against this nation? We are an emerging power. We are an emerging.
You really believe this? You really believe?
I have all the reasons. See, I'll tell you. I'll give you 2-3 examples. As I said, one, my background as a person, I'm coming from a communist bastion, and all my childhood I have seen how the protest, the real protest, what happens in India. I have witnessed myself as a student. I was a student activist once upon a time, and so I was also in the thick and thin of it. But one thing I'll tell you, and I'm also doing business all across the world. I speak to multiple people across the world almost every day. But the fact of the matter is that there are forces who are working aggressively to demean our reputation as a nation. On the one side, as Barka you rightly said, if you really look at it, we are exporting the vaccine. We are the vaccine capital of the world. We are supposed to get all those good names to this country right now. We should have been able to get.
Let me interject here. Even if I agree with you for a second that people are fishing in troubled waters, the troubled waters are still our own, right? So if you can't get these farmers to actually welcome this, the BJP has lost an ally in the Akalis over this. What is the purpose of this? What is the government gaining? Let's step back and ask, what is the government in fact gaining?
So there are two aspects to it. In fact, in various media discussions and debates, I have been always telling that why don't you ask, for an example, the two farmers, the people who are representing the the protesting people here, why don't we ask the questions to them? What is the real issue on these farm bills? What is the real challenges of the farmers of today? Is the people who are producing the wheat and the paddy are the only people who are called as farmers? और जो किसान जो टमाटर उगाता है या ब्लैक पेपर उगाते हो, रबर प्लांटेशंस करते हो या कोकोनट उगाता है या वो सब्जी या फल उगाते हैं, वो फार्मर नहीं है? या ये फार्मर जो है सिर्फ पंजाब या हरियाणा या वेस्टर्न यूपी तक सीमित है? बिल्कुल भी नहीं है. The fact of the matter is that if there are 60% of the people in this country and their livelihoods are limited to agrarian economy or agricultural based है, तो हमें कॉम्प्रिहेंसिवली देखना चाहिए, ना कि एक या दो या तीन चार लोगों का जिद के ऊपर नहीं है।
ठीक है।
फार्म प्रोटेस्ट टुडे इज नॉट ऑन द फैक्ट्स। आज आप उनसे पूछ लो ये तीनों चीजों में क्या प्रॉब्लम है। पहले ये शुरुआत कहां से हुआ फार्म प्रोटेस्ट, अगर आप याद करोगे बरखा जी, इट स्टार्टेड विद एमएसपी होना चाहिए। मैं भी कह रहा हूं एमएसपी होना चाहिए। जब तक हमारे जो खेती बाड़ी का जो सिस्टम है वो एक लेवल तक, एक हर फार्मर का जो इनकम एक लेवल तक नहीं पहुंचते, तब तक एमएसपी देना चाहिए, मैं कहता हूं। बट 1960 से लेके इस देश में जब से एमएसपी लागू किया हुआ है, वाज इट एवर बी ए पार्ट ऑफ ए लॉ? बट स्टिल आज भी हमारे देश के अंदर एमएसपी है। अगर इस देश के प्रधानमंत्री हजारों बार बोलते हुए कि एमएसपी रहेगा, था, है, रहेगा, लिखकर देने के लिए रेडी है, फिर किस चीज के लिए आप आंदोलन कर रहे हो?
मैं गुरनाम सिंह
एक और चीज, बरखा, 1 मिनट और देना, एक और मिनट। ये एक और सवाल यह है कि corporatization of farming, that was the second biggest topic. Let me tell you, I have few clients with whom I work, one of the largest corporates in the agricultural sector which has been functioning in this country, and that too in the very Punjab. For an example, Nestle. आपको पता है मोगा में सबसे बड़ा फैक्ट्री है, पंजाब के अंदर मोगा में सबसे बड़ा फैक्ट्री है नेस्ले का, और उस नेस्ले 1990 से लेके देश के अंदर खेतीबाड़ी कर रहा है। कैन यू इमेजिन दिस? पेप्सी इंडिया के अंदर खेतीबाड़ी कर रहा है। आईटीसी का चौपाल के थ्रू कितनी सालों से, कितनी सदियों से लोगों को फार्मिंग हो रहा है। बट आप एक स्टेट नैरेटिव गलत है। मैं कह रहा हूं आई एम ए फार्मर, आई अंडरस्टैंड, मैं खेती करना जानता हूं।
अच्छा मिस्टर नाम्बियार, मुझे
मैं जो पकड़ा हुआ उसी को सब कुछ मैं जो बोला वो वही सही है।
अच्छा, मुझे एक और सवाल पूछना है गुरनाम सिंह जी से, और हमारे साथ यहाँ पे भानु प्रताप सिंह भी हैं। और भानु प्रताप सिंह ऐसे किसान नेता हैं जो पहले आंदोलन के साथ जुड़े थे और अब आंदोलन को छोड़ चुके हैं। एंड वन ऑफ द थिंग्स दैट मे हैपन इज fissures in the farmers' protests. In fact, as Rakesh Tikait emerged in the face
that is
of
the
these protests and put a date till okay, Mr. Nambiar, do you think that the government is taking a risk that's worth its losing its, you know, political capital over?
There are few things we need to understand. These bills are passed by both the Lok Sabha and the Rajya Sabha. Now, we all can have difference of opinion about a bill, what it is going to give, and will it be spoiling all the earnings of the farmers? Is it going to make us more poor, and etc. Those debates can continue to go. But one thing I must ask all those people who are protesting, all the farmers, even in this panel, what is the real challenge you are having with these 3 bills? And let me tell you, Barka, this I have asked this question to many people, even various debates, including I am asking both Dilip and Tavleen ji to you too, that what is the real issue you have with these 3 bills? How this is going to really badly affecting the farmers of this country? Is it really going to do 50%? Is it going to do good? Many of the people who even come on debates, Barka, let me tell you the truth, have not even read the bill in itself. They may not have even seen how खेती कैसे होता है। मैं सिर्फ आपसे ये कहता हूँ, एग्रीकल्चर को अगर आपको डिवाइड करके, एक तो होती है कि आपका चावल, गेहूं, ये जो जिसको ब्रॉडली एग्रीकल्चर कहते हैं, उसको फर्दर जाओ, हॉर्टिकल्चर करने वाला जो है वो भी किसान होता है, जो फल सब्जी बनाने वाला। दूसरा, अगर आप देखोगे फ्लोरिकल्चर, जो फ्लावर बनाते हैं, वो भी किसान होता है। So I think we all need to have an idea that we cannot live, we can't create
the point
with a old structure. We need to have reforms in this country, and you can have a difference of opinion, Barka, but we need to have reforms. If you don't have a reform, how will you be able to face this nation? Okay. But the broader problem is, Barka, I only have one request. You are such a veteran journalist. I have immense respect for you. Ask this fundamental question to all those people who come to debate with you, discuss with you. What is the real challenge in these farm laws? How is it going to give you a bad effect rather than giving a good effect?
At least in the global media, this story is just getting started. That's my sense, and maybe the government can afford